All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak, Wanash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and a sincere Shalom to the elect out there teaching this truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. All right, and this lesson is pretty much, I'm just going to go with the spirit on this one. I was going to do a lesson on an update on the tariffs, you know, but this seems like a more urgent message, that we need to be patient unto the end, man. Okay? We need to be patient unto the end, you know, until our mission is accomplished. We're still in the mission. Okay? We need to keep always remind ourselves that, man. But at the end of the day, we have the victory. Okay? We just have to do what's required of us and complete the task, and but during that there's going to be suffering. Okay, things that we have to deal with in our lives, you know, the filthy conversation of the wicked, persecutions, okay, things in our individual day-to-day lives, you know, uh all kinds of infirmities, things like that, you know, and all those things uh can make you get impatient at times, okay? But that's why it's called the good fight of faith. And Yahweh Shai was made perfect through sufferings, just like we're made perfect through sufferings. And sometimes, it could be nothing going on at all. It could just be, thoughts in your mind. Okay? Messing with you, you know? Sometimes Satan puts a lot of them thoughts in your mind, man. We have to stay focused and just keep patient, and just focus on the work. Just focus on the ministry, man. Yahweh Shai said, uh, if thy eye is single, it should be full of light. Okay? Now I'm going to start. Actually, I'm going to start with Hebrews. Since I mentioned that, I was going to start with, because the ultimate example is Yahweh Shai. Okay? But, we're in the place of the ancient prophets, so we're going to have to go through some things, man, just like the prophets went through some things. This is Hebrews 2 and 9. We see Yahweh Shai, who is made a little lower than the angels for the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he, by the grace of the Most High, shall taste death for every man. For it became him, for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, and bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings. Okay? And we have to walk in those same footsteps with the same mindset, man. We even have to be willing to be martyrs if that's the lot that we were given during those times, man. During those times that are coming up, okay? And it doesn't matter if, you know, this shit unravels and we have to take that final test, which is the MOTB. It doesn't matter if uh that final test or that hour of temptation comes this year or next year or the year after that or the year after that. Okay? We have to be willing, okay, because that's really what faith is. The willingness to go through anything. Okay? We have to be willing to go through it as long as it takes, no matter what it takes. Look at our apostles, man. A lot of our apostles have been in this truth longer than a lot of brothers have been in this flesh. You think their you think their patience hasn't been tested? But they not, but they keep doing what they're doing because they do it of faith and they enjoy doing this, man. As much as they want to get out of here, okay, they still enjoy doing this. Just like we have to enjoy doing this. This is our labor of love. Okay? Hebrews, let me go to it. Again, I'm going with the spirit on this. I'm pretty much putting this lesson up on the on the fly. I had a couple scriptures in mind. I was like, let's just go, man. Sometimes that's all you gotta do is just press record. Just get something in mind and just press record and just let the spirit flow through you like a vessel. Okay? This is Hebrews 6 and 10. For Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. So are you doing this willingly? Are you doing this out of love? Are you doing this because you love doing this? Okay? Or are you doing this because the apostles tell you you got to do this? Which, yes, they should set standards, and they have set good standards. Okay? And we should follow those standards. But why are you doing it? When you hit record, are you sitting there going, "Oh man, I gotta do a video"? What? Come on, I don't want to do this. You know, lately Satan's been fucking with me. The night before camp, man. The past few weeks of camp, I've been getting like 2 hours, maybe 1 hour of sleep. All kinds of shit be happening in the middle of the night for. But I know it's just Satan fucking with me the night before camp, man, trying to throw me off. You know. At the end of the day, okay, I make sure that my ass is ready and alert for camp. Because you all know how it is when you get no sleep and you're tired, man. The brain just don't work as well. You get cranky, you know. But I go out there and do it because I love doing it. You know, ain't no calling off the camp because I'm tired, man. I'm sleepy. Ain't none of that, man. Especially during this time, you know. And if you're a in a leadership position, first in command, second in command, third in command, what does it look like to your other men if you're skipping camp because you were too tired? Now, if you've got an illness or whatever, you know, or an infirmity or sickness or whatever, then you deal accordingly. Okay, but ain't no skipping camp because you're tired. Ain't no doing videos because you're tired. You gotta take a nap. Ain't none of that shit, man. Not during this time. No way. All right? Because don't forget the angels are watching. So you have to ask yourself the question, do you really love doing this? You should love doing this. Uh, but anyways, I'm ranting too much. Hebrews 6:10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints, and do minister. Okay? And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. And the end ain't here. I mean, yes, the end is here, but y'all know what this means. The end. Okay? Continuing on, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. You know? And just reading that scripture makes me think about back in the day before live streaming became prominent and you used to have to take the videos off the phone or the camera and encode them and cut them up into parts and title them. Oh man, I remember those days. I was the guy that did that for my camp. I'm the techie guy. I spent a lot of nights staying up till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning getting them videos up, man. For years, and it was worth every second of it. It was worth every second of it because I know that there's a reward for that. Okay, it's in the same chapter. Oops. But see what that did was that what that does is that it's like that's proven you're being proven, you know? You're being proven as oxen when you go through things like that. Okay? And then there may be times when you got a lesson planned, brothers might have a live stream with the camp planned, or you might have something in mind, planning on a certain time of day when you're gonna have free time to do a lesson, and then some bullshit fucking happens, man. It interferes. Okay? Satan trying to thwart that lesson. That happens at times, man. But we can't be discouraged. Okay? You're going to have ups and downs in this truth. You're going to have bitter and sweet periods. This is 1 Corinthians 9:16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. So this is not just our labor of love, but it is a necessity. Okay, continuing on, verse 17. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. Okay, but if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. So we have to do this willingly. Okay, it should be our labor of love. And if it really is your labor of love, then you'll continue unto the end, man. Because the Lord ain't going to take his spirit from you if this really is your labor of love. Okay? If you don't become a disgruntled servant, okay? The Lord is bound to his own word, right? And what did he say about the hour of temptation? Getting into that again, because that's what's coming around the horizon, you know? Come on, man. It's because I got the NLT pulled up. You got to have the internet on for the NLT. You know what I mean? Just look at the things going on. Okay, you got a shipping and trucking crisis, right? And you got Trump wanting to bring all these factories back over here, man. Except it ain't gonna be people working at them factories. It's gonna be AI, and it's gonna be smart trucks delivering the goods, and and AI running the shipping docks. Okay, they're gonna start phasing in that MOTB very soon, man. But they got to get you people on UBI first. Okay. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So the Lord, okay, if you do the things that are necessary in this truth, all right, and this is your labor of love, and you have patience, and you know you're good to the brotherhood, and so on and so forth, all right, and you have charity and all that, right? The Lord will keep you from that time. So don't be worried, man. Don't be worried about that time, man. Yes, meditate on it, and you know it's all right to have a little bit of fear because uncertainty brings fear. You know, we don't know what exactly is gonna we're gonna face during that time. Okay, everybody's gonna have to face different things during that time, but just know that the Lord is for you. Okay, if the Lord be for us, who can be against us? Okay, continue on, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. All right. Select me, brothers. Let me get this. Romans. Actually, we'll get this in James. I gotta wrap this up soon. But I want to make sure I get all the meat off the bone. This is James 5 and 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Okay? And the scriptures say, in your patience possess ye your souls. Because when you lose patience, that's when the spirit leaves you. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. Okay? So we must suffer afflictions, man. Just like our forefathers, the prophets, did. Because we're those prophets coming back. All right? We're those prophets coming back, man. So we have to walk in those same footsteps. Somebody out there's got to be Job. Think about that. You know, you think your life fucking sucks, man. Imagine if you're Job, right? Let me get this in since we're in James. It just came to mind. Right, right. And hey, James was the brother of Yahushua, okay? James 1 and 2, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. It's supposed to be joyful, man. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Okay? And another scripture comes to mind after reading that, man. I believe it's Romans 5. Okay. This is Romans 5 and 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also. So when we're catching hell, we're really supposed to keep a positive mindset about it. You know? And don't get me wrong, we get down times in this truth. Okay, I mean, hey, we're just men at the end of the day, right? But we always have to think about what is the Most High trying to tell us when we get these tests. Okay, Romans 5 and 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. Okay? Um, Trying to think of a scripture in Peter. I'm gonna wrap it up. This is 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Okay, and I believe I brought this out in a lesson not too long ago. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. Okay, so a lot of the things that you're going through isn't just unique to you, but other brothers may be going through similar or worse things, man. But we're all going through things. We all have to remember that. Okay, and different afflictions come at different times. Okay, sometimes it can be financial, right? Sometimes it could be people fucking with you. Sometimes it could be, uh, uh, I notice as I'm getting older, and I do try and focus on my health, but some days you feel better than others, man. Okay, it could be some kind of infirmities catching up to you. Weariness, right? Sometimes it could just be, you just can't get no peace of mind. Okay, all different kinds of things. Family issues, you know, all kinds of different things, man, and a lot of other things that I didn't name. All right, but with that, I believe I proved the point. Till next time, Shalom. I hope y'all were edified.